What about the goddess of death killing him?
Yeah, well, why do you think my faith wasn't shaken?
Well, she did siege a city, but in other news, she did kill that douchebag we hate, so... Yeah.
You know, potato.
She did kill my best friend, though.
If anything, I'm more upset she didn't kill me. Why am I still alive?
Because your tank friend is an asshole that makes DMs hate him.
It's good he's gone, then.
Alright. We are about to get started. Let me just make sure it's broadcasting audio. It is. Alright.
There's no better feeling in the world than having a paladin go to you. Holy shit, you're I don't know if you saw that in Group C's game, but Pernene, because Pernene wasn't feeling good, couldn't talk. And one of the things after the whole beatdown I was getting dealt, he typed out, "Jesus, you're tanky."
You're part of Team Tank?
Yeah, I'm about to start the session, but before I do, that last Group C session, that was just animated objects in a 6th level slot that did all of that damage. It just...
Yeah, I know. Animate objects
powerful
is a
spell.
Stupidly strong spell.
12 things that can make an attack dealing 1d4 plus 4 damage. It's just like...
That can flank with themselves? Yeah.
Yeah, if only half of them hit, it's still a lot of damage.
You literally can sit there and just throw a handful of coins on the ground, and suddenly you have an army.
Yeah. And that's what he had, was just a pile of junk, and it's like, attack! Anyways, though, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. We are officially live. This is Group B. Legends Lost, I had to remember for a second. I was about to say Through the Heart. And we have most of a full party tonight. I'll be controlling Dralos again, and I'll have El Conversationiones with him after this week. Because next week, you guys, well, I don't know. There's only 3 more episodes left of this campaign, so I may not recruit somebody until the next one. But anyways...
Oh, really? I didn't know we were going on hiatus again soon.
No, I'm just aiming for 10 to be the climaxes. And then doing shorter seasons, because the last season was like 22 episodes. That was like a lot to ask from people. I can play D&D until eternity, but life and schedules and everything makes it hard for other people.
You already know you own most of my days of the week, Brandon.
Yeah, it's everybody who's watching the channel will know they've saw you Thursday, Friday, and now today, and then hopefully Monday too.
Unless I'm dead, I should be there.
Yeah. Anyways,
and I don't mean my character, I mean me.
We are starting off tonight. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. It is a role-playing game. Everything you're going to see tonight is live storytelling. If I had a script for any of this, it would be probably a lot better than it is. Jumping into it from there, we're playing in a homebrewed campaign setting called Ilderon. It is a world about the size of medieval Europe, with tons of cultures and people smashed into this tiny space. There is lots of political tension. There are lots of moving tiny pieces in this world. And the thing that really defines the setting is that gods walk the earth with their mortal subjects. And that most cultures can somehow find a direct line of communication back to their gods. That said, moving in from there, the group we are with tonight is Group B. They are traveling in a region of the world known as Ililnagai. It lies at the center of the Inner Sea and is basically the center of culture within the world. Group C is a group of mostly Ililnagians now. I think you guys... Oh, well, Cordis is not Ililnagian. Other than Cordis, I think you guys are all 100% Ililnagian.
Tidegate Independence.
Yeah. And what this group is composed of sailors, teachers from the Arcane University, mages, zealots.
Zodra's not from.
Oh yeah, he is not. Zodra is from Alyan, but almost mostly Lilnagian. And Ilderon is leading the world in knowledge and innovation, and is having some super difficult political tensions and actual military tensions. A group known as the Archblight, which is a radical group of Terai necromancers, zealots, cultists, whatever you want to call them, outcasts, exiles, with the sole drive of destroying all living life on Ilderon. They have broken through a blockade and gotten into the inner sea. And their first target was on the shores of Ilderon. A Archblight general has shown up within the country, and he's got about an army that is somewhere around 9,000 strong and growing. And he is wreaking havoc on the Ilderon countryside. That would be enough for Ilderon to deal with if they weren't already engaged in a border conflict with Arder Sarai, where they've committed 40,000 troops to, trying to siphon their borders from all the different raids and banditry that was happening on it. Then, to make matters even worse, there is a third faction, well, fourth faction, I guess, in this fight inside of Ilderon. Some adventurers went adventuring through some ancient catacombs of some locked away mages, and people of the past didn't really know how to deal with the children of the Shatter of Calfir Calgaren, and so instead of dealing with them, they imprisoned them in these catacombs. And this group of adventurers dispelled the runes, locking them away, and let them out by accident. And the Calgarans have risen and started amassing a force and have joined in this almost civil war. And so it is Ilderon versus Arder versus the Calgarans versus the Archblight, and it is all becoming a just hellscape to travel through. In order to solve this, the Arcane University, Maphis University, has dispatched some agents in secret to find a woman by the name of Nyla Loonfall, who has information on the Archblight general that could potentially help remove him from this conflict, easing Ilderon's struggles. The party found her location and where she was hiding, and bargained for a scroll of teleportation to get to her. And in order to get the scroll, they had to trade on an agreement that they would bring back some magical relics for an artifact vendor / collector from this site that they were teleporting to. And they agreed to it, and that brings us to last session. They teleported in on top of Nyla Loonfall while she was in this historic site, and it turns out that Nyla was being pinned down there by several different magical anomalies called the Bound that were waiting for her to step out of the house to try and kill her. The party agreed to help defend Nyla in exchange for the information, and they stepped out of the house, and the huge fight between the Bound and the inhabitants, I guess, of the house, and just, I would say just barely emerging victorious, but Urkus was fine and could have finished the fight if everybody else dropped. And the party was able to drive the Bound off. And from there, their only task left is to collect the relics that the collector asked for. It was a man by the name of Irlor, and then use a scroll of teleportation to either get back to your Dockensdale or the university. That said, I believe it's the 12th of Hunter for you guys. It's been so long since I had to look at the in-game time for the world.
So it sounds like I got here just in time.
Oh, hey! Yeah. I didn't message anybody because I didn't want to lose time on the session. Maybe.
No, it's fine because I even put in the group B chat that I might be a little late because I was eating dinner, but it looks like I got here just perfectly in time.
Boom. Do you need me to summarize that recap super quick?
Nah, I remember it.
Okay, legit. Let's see. Urcus, Icium, don't need that. Arabella, Group B. Group D. Oh, look, there's Roman's card. Alright, so I found everything I need from my notes except the one card with your guys' session date on it. It is the 13th of Hunter.
Happy birthday, Father A.
I did review the session, but I don't remember the time of day, so we're gonna say it's going into the afternoon. Alright, so, you are in the border, the northern forests of Lunagai. It's actually called the Alianga Forest, and you have defeated all the bound around you, and Millis fled into the forest. I think we'll pick up right at the end of combat. Draelos has... do I still have your combat grid up? Let me see. Because I think that might be easier. Yeah, we are going to go with this. And then we'll move to wherever you guys decide to go from here. Alright. Draelos has just saved everybody. And killed the last bound. Alright, and I already gave you guys experience for this fight.
Yeah, I believe so.
So real quick, before we get started tonight, everybody on your sheet, you have a new resource I put on there for you, just so easier to keep up with these of loot points.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you.
I don't know what everybody's number was at. I did the math for Group A, not Group B. So I don't know. I just put 1 for everybody. If you remember what you're at, you can put that actual number. If you don't remember what you're at, you can consider that 1 a gift from me.
Cool.
It's hilarious because I was at 1. I had 1 left. I was like, fuck it.
Your gift is nothing. No, I'm kidding.
Yay, nothing!
That's what I wanted.
Exactly what I wanted. That way I don't have to feel bad.
Alright.
So, where am I supposed to find this on my sheet?
If you look under your rages.
Oh, got it.
Oh, yours is next to your rages, yeah.
I don't remember if everybody updated it, but I can't remember how many lay on hand points I gave everybody. I think I gave everybody that took like major damage, like 10 or 15. I don't know.
I think you gave me, but to be fair, I didn't need it. So
I put it on my sheet, so I'm at 11. Thanks, Steve.
Okay, I know a lot of us were hurt bad. And I was like, I got leftovers.
Yeah. Remember,
how much?
We're playing with a homebrewed ruling. Your death saving throws stick around until either somebody targets them with greater restoration or you complete a long rest.
Oh, that's why they were still there. I was like,
yes.
What? That's not bueno for me. That's real not bueno for me.
Cordis's first action once everything's gone is to go inside and start tearing down the wall.
Alright.
Please be careful with that.
Cordis wants to destroy the wall. Is he just going to...
Not to destroy it, I'm disassembling it.
Yeah, with the carpenter tools we were good.
Okay.
I was with the crowbar and the carpenter tools that we were given.
All right. If he wants to take his time to do it, he can do so perfectly over the course of an hour. Otherwise, he would have to roll for it of, like hastily taking down this wall.
You cut out when you said how long it would.
He can do it perfectly over the course of an hour, or if he wants to do it quickly, he's going to have to roll for it. Like if you damage anything or not.
I just would probably remind other people that we need to do this quick. More hands make easier work.
Oh yeah, no, I would help. My weak ass strength.
I'll keep watch. AKA, if it takes an hour, I'm taking a short rest here.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Do we have an hour?
Admir is gonna...
That's what I'm asking. Like, is it gonna take the full hour if there's more people doing it, or is it gonna be quicker?
Here's my concern. Millis retreated. Millis did not necessarily... We don't know how hurt she was.
Yeah.
If
Well,
it's
so I kind of asked that out
retreat,
loud.
We've got
like,
10
we have
minutes.
an hour. Because Nyla would know better.
Nyla is, while you guys are doing all of this and getting ready to collect from the wall, Nyla is moving to Sarissa's side, and before she wakes her, just like binding up her wounds and applying any amount of first aid she can. But if you ask her if you have an hour, Nyla is going to shrug and say, I don't know. I've never seen that many bound roaming this forest. The Brinderai must really be slacking, or the Shadow Knights that are out there are yellow in the nose.
Let's try to get this down quickly and go. So it's all help.
We'll keep watch.
Alright, so you guys, I'm gonna move everybody's tokens around if you look on the grid for just what everybody is doing. Effie will be focusing on the wall, telling you guys what pieces you need and don't need. Who else said they were helping with the wall?
This was
Zodra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zodra, Urgus. Alright, we'll put her there. Drelos is going to be kind of just like pacing back and forth outside.
Admir switched to Terran, just so you know.
Okay, good to know. Alright. So, while you are tearing down the wall, Nyla is going to whistle as she's tending to Sarissa, and she's going to look back towards Urkus and just kind of go, "Oh God, I don't have a good whistle." Yeah, and she's going to say, "Happy."
yes.
She nods her head for you to come and help.
Okay. Go to her.
Mm.
Happy's new.
Right?
Happy.
Welcome to the Ilderon Tales, where we're teaching you new slurs.
Welcome to the Ilderon Tales, full of racism you've never even knew there was.
Yeah, I'm muttering that to myself. Happy.
Mm.
That's a first.
And she's like as she's tending to Sarissa's body, she's just going to be talking under her breath and say, "You've got a trace of the corruption on you. Have you dealt with the bound before?"
My father.
Real quick, I can obviously hear all of this, right?
No, you can't actually.
She's gonna
Surprisingly,
roll a stealth check, and she gets, I believe, a 20 on it. So yes.
You know what? You know what?
Does it matter?
No, it does. I have a perception of 22. It can be beaten.
No, now she heard. He heard her. Let me try. Let me try.
I'm here for it. None escape me.
None escape him.
Okay, hold on. Nyla rolled a 9, so I have to see what her bonus to
Not high enough.
to stealth is. Oh, she's got a plus 17 to stealth. Yeah, you don't know.
Fucking hell.
You don't know what Nyla's saying, but Urkus, you hear Urkus say my father. And when
I have the big elf ears.
Yeah. At Urkus's comment, she's going to speak up a little bit and say, "Your father, was he a Shadow Knight?"
No. No. I'm from Forest Fall, and I was raised by the leader of the village, Bodolf, who is a bound wolf.
She's gonna nod then and say, "So, are you aware of the nature of these creatures? They're..." She looks around and says, "Every bound is a failed Shadow Knight."
That's new. No, I didn't. So, how does that happen?
She is, well, she's nothing for her to gesture to, and she's, gonna say it's the corruption of the forest. Whatever kills them is what they attach to. And she's, gonna look back at, your, friends on the wall, and she's, gonna say, "Look, you're a hunter. All of those were, animals. Probably, large ones, dangerous ones in the, region. Their corpses are, still out there. If you find them and destroy them, those bound aren't going to come back anymore, but until that corruption's dealt with, they'll be back."
We need to hurry anyway. You, us, and your friend here aren't looking too well. Can't deal with it in the fight.
She's gonna laugh and say, "I'm not staying. But if you are," she nods to the bow on your back and says, "I assumed you could track a little bit. You find the bears, the wolves, the spiders, burn the corpses, treat it with holy water, and those spirits will be laid to rest."
I don't have any holy water.
Would Nyla have holy water on her? She'd know what was in this forest.
I was gonna say, if you ask me, I'd be like, "Do I look like a fucking holy man?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone had no. Yes, motherfucker, you do.
She's gonna tilt her head towards her bag at the door, at the corner that her and Sarissa were sitting in, and she's gonna say, "I've got a couple vials. Never hurts to have it in this forest. Dark things spawn out of here."
I'll nod and look for them in her bag, see how many she has.
If you get up and start walking away from her, she's going to. She's going to charisma check and try and communicate something to you of just like a nod. Actually, she's gonna like go silent and just like a tilt of her head, and it would on Urkus be an insight check to see what she's trying to communicate. But other than that, yeah, you're fine to go.
Let's see. Well,
The cave.
I have no good rolls today.
I mean, Brindori are really, really, really secretive with the things going on inside of their society. So, I mean, if you interpreted that right, you're not really sure, but
Yeah, who cares?
yeah. Anyways, you're able to search through her bag. You can take out. She has 7 things of holy water in there.
Fob.
Yeah, small glass vials. You only need 3,
Okay. So
or
I'll
you only
take
need 4.
out-
I'm sorry, 4.
I'll take out what I need. The 4. I'm going to. Hold on. Where is she at? She is over here. All right. I was looking at the map. I'll look to the others and say, I'm going to go scout around, see if make sure there's nothing else around here.
Oh,
And I'll look at Roman and give him a. Oh no. Can I tell him my eyes? Don't say anything.
I will allow you the same ability to try and communicate non-verbally to Roman.
Roman.
And I will. I'm going to set the DC at 10. And. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm going to set the DC at 20. You can make a charisma check. For every +2 that you get to your charisma check, like 12 would be +1, 14 would be +2, etc. You lower the DC by 2 for Roman.
Okay. Here we go.
Otherwise, who knows?
shout out to a fucking 1.
Urkus is gonna, like, walk past Roman with these huge wide eyes. Like, what is he doing? Who knows? And he steps out.
Damn it! Like, all you had to do was roll, like, at all positive.
I'm pretty sure the 9 would have done it for you.
Have you guys ever seen The Office and seen, like, Jim Halpert's face? Like, that's it right
God
there.
damn it.
Oh god.
Shoot this man. Someone shoot this man.
I don't even know what to do with this.
Why do I have Friday
I
night
did really
rolls on
well.
Saturday?
Don't worry, I'll be safe.
Like, I did really well, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, so you heard Urkus mumbling with Nyla about something, then he dug through her pack, grabbed some stuff out of it, said he's gonna go scout around, and then just shot you a wide-eyed expression and walked out.
Despite not passing it, I think I get a general vibe. Like, I'm like, okay, chill out, dog. Be safe.
Okay. Yeah, that happened.
I imagine just you said The Office, and now I just can't get the image out of my head. It's like he was Dwight looking at Jim.
Alright, so, Urkus is looking for, 4 corpses of these, slain, creatures, in the region. However
Yep.
you want to, try and find them, you can go ahead and try. Otherwise, you have who knows how much time before, their spirits are bound back to those corpses and come back.
Okay. So what do I roll?
If you want to roll a survival check would be like tracking as far as like prints from like the ones that came here,
Okay.
where animals like that would like reside in this region. I think a nature would be like trying to find like a den or something. I forget all the wisdom skills.
Okay. Guess we'll go with survival.
Pretty sure those are the only two that would work here. Anyway.
How much HP does your bird have?
Let's see.
0. I think you got
1.
Wow.
Yes, 1. It's staying. No, actually, you know what? No, the bird is coming with me.
Your bird is able to track. It can provide the help action.
Yeah.
Do I see Urkus leaving the building?
Yeah, as you guys are working on this wall, Effie is like telling you guys what sections to take down and what sections to.
Taryn's been outside the whole time.
Oh yeah, Taryn and Drelos. It's worth noting each of these circles on the ground are a visage of a person. Like this gloop, well not gloopy, like this purple, just vague spiritual essence outlining a humanoid figure.
Damn it!
And it is,
Boy, I heard the other half of that conversation.
it is standing up, looking at you guys.
So it's a person. Like it's a person?
Yeah.
Taryn's talking to it.
It doesn't respond.
Speak to it in Elvish.
Do I know Elvish?
Also, I will say that in Elvish.
I know Sylvan.
Try that too. But
And Taryn will try talking to it in Sylvan, saying, you know, you can come with us and be our friends.
Yeah, it's gonna look at you just like a child, not even understanding words, almost tilting its head a little bit.
Well, I have this cool staff you can come along with. Holding out her quarterstaff.
At this point, so Urkus is going off tracking. Nyla's gonna have Sarissa good to travel, feeding her a healing potion and like walking her out of this hut. Just supporting her. As she's walking her out, she's gonna look back at Taryn, and she's gonna squint her eyes, just like looking around. Because, you know, you were Admir for the whole fight. And then she's just gonna shrug and say, don't even try, they're echoes of what they once were. And she's going to... she's gonna start hobbling off eastward.
wait, I had one last thing before you go in.
She stops at the door.
What do you know about Elena Ladelia?
Oof. Roll a history check on that. She's gonna look back and say she's exiled sorceress from Alilnagai. She paid me a lot of money and ardor to do a job that I thought would be simple, but turned out rather. And she's gonna look away and say, well, you were there.
I'm just gonna say.
And she's gonna shake her head and say, look, I don't try and shake nations. I was paid to kill, or to stab an advisor inside of the castle. I thought it was an intimidation thing.
The advisor? I thought you were there to kill the magnate.
She shakes her head and says, no. She gave me a magical dagger and venom and told me to stab High Counselor, or rather, General Edwin. He was on the High Council. And then that weapon created a Terai more powerful than I'd ever seen. It killed the High Council. Almost killed me.
Somewhere in the world, a very angry dwarf is scratching his ears like, what the fuck is someone talking about?
But that's all you did? That's all?
Nyla is going to curse and say, there was a rat inside of the castle who knew I was going to be there. I threw him off the top of the castle.
Do I know that rat's dead?
And she's, well, you were there. And she's,
well, no. He lived. I know he lived, but now he's dead. Because I know who he is.
Yeah, you know Arter has a new magnate.
A new magnate?
Another one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's dead now, so...
She nods and says, I was gonna stay up there and kill him myself, but when the lot of you came, I weighed my options and thought I'd let that Terai try and do it.
Well... Somebody seemed to agree with your assessment.
She's gonna nod and say, Elena's bad news. She's got powerful friends, whoever she is. Earthfire relics, they don't just go missing and reappear.
I know she's bad news. That's why I thought I'd ask you. That name, she just keeps popping up. Wherever she pops up, it's not a good thing.
Nyla is going to, she's gonna think about it for a second, bite her lip, and then say, tell you what, if you find her, I'll kill her for you. I don't like being used.
Who are you talking about?
I'll, try to get in touch, you know, if I ever find her.
When you say that, Sarissa is going to just like hit Nyla's shoulder, even though, you know, Sarissa's at like 6 HP. And she's gonna say, you're done with assassinations. And she's like, and she is going to wink towards Roman. Nyla winks towards Roman while like raising her hands like at Sarissa, like, you know, hey, I'm done. She just like shoots a little subtle glance.
I got it.
All right. So, was there anything else you wanted to ask her before she goes?
No, that was pretty much my big thing, you know. She's the only person I know of that's actually met the woman, so...
Alright, so Urkus, you are trying to track a body. Which direction do you head? And I will tell you what you find in any of those directions. You got north, south, west, east. And I don't know why I listed them like that.
Because you were going in a circle. I'll try west, because which went north.
Okay, that's a good option. Which were the ones that came from the west? Oh, all right. So the prints over here that are the largest are going to be those indents into the ground, those giant spiders. You're going to be able to track this. Let me see where you guys are at on this river. I'm pulling up my world map. Alright, you're going to be able to track this north to the center of the forest, where the well, not to the center, but deeper into the forest, where the canopy gets thicker and taller. Looking at the branches up here, you can see there are webs throughout this whole area. These large spiders, this would probably be where they congregate. where the one you're looking for, as you get closer following this trail, you are going to be able to find like you're going to be able to find a little bit of elven gear scattered here and there of like broken weapons, shredded armor. Before you finally see it in the nest, in this canopy, there is like this hulking corpse. This hulking corpse, probably 25 feet up, hanging down through torn webs, and scattered around in these different areas. There are going to be potentially 3 dead bodies around this thing.
Okay, so there's a big old corpse.
Yes, a huge dead spider, and there are 3 humanoid bodies stuck in the webbing around it. It looks like they all fell.
Okay, so what? I pour the healing, I mean the holy water on the bodies?
Potentially.
I was thinking back, like I should have asked her.
If you don't remember, you can roll a history check, and I'll tell you what Nyla said. Easy DC 11. If it was like fresh information.
We'll see. Okay, good.
21. She said the elves that patrol this forest passively pick up on the corruption of the forest. Whenever they die, they attach to whatever killed them.
Okay. So it would be on the
it would probably be the corpse. It would probably be the spider that killed these things, that killed these people.
So it would be on the spider corpse then.
Most likely.
Spider corpse it is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Does Urkus have a climb speed?
Have what?
I said, does Urkus have a climb speed?
I know my speed is 30. I'm not sure what the climb speed would be.
Okay, you climb at half your speed unless you want to do so hastily.
You know what? I don't want to be here too long. So let's try hastily.
All right, roll me a climb check.
For myself
I'm gonna say like climbing up this tree. It's not going to be difficult. Then you get to the webs. It's going to make it easier for you. So I'm going to put the DC at 14.
What do I roll
just
now?
under hard. It's going to be an athletics check to climb.
Athletic.
Can his owl or his falcon help him by like pulling branches and shit?
No, it cannot.
Stupid bird.
Urkus is going to climb up here. You're going to see that these corpses are elven. And I mean, just from like your ability to perceive like elven bodies, just because you're a half elf, and you know, I assume Urkus has spent some time like looking at books of just like, if only like what my kin or mother or father would have been like. Looking at these corpses, they look young, like barely teenagers. Well, I mean, young for an elf. Like, elves in Ilderon can live to be, you know, 3,000 years old. Like, these each might be, like, 40 years old at most. Anyways, though, pouring, you're able to get up, on the, you're able to get up on the web, and you can apply, holy water, to, this, corpse. Do you want to say anything over its body, when you do so?
Like, I guess I'll say something, but not. It's not to the spider, but mainly to the people that are dead. It's like, I hope you guys can rest in peace.
Okay. Yeah. And as you're doing this, you are going to notice. Thank God you climbed hastily. It seems like there are more of those spiders up in the canopy. Two have taken notice of you, but they're out of range to attack you.
Good. Good.
You treat this body. Hey, speaking of which, you guys are gonna see 3 of these things disappear. Let's just pick 3 at random.
I did good. Also,
Well,
you guys
it's
should have
good because if you guys didn't do this, these things are gonna haunt Dralos.
You see, you say this like it would be our
And we'll
problem.
go with get rid of that one.
That's what he
Alright.
gets for being the MVP.
Yeah, if he didn't decide to go and one-shot everything after we heard it so much, he wouldn't have this problem. Kill stealing son of a bitch.
Alright, that's gonna take you about 15 minutes to track that one, and get back to the house. You have the option of the other directions.
Okay. Did I notice Nyla? You said Nyla earlier. She left and went east.
Yes, you went west.
Okay. And did she come back yet, or is she still gone?
No, she has no reason to be in this forest. She ran here because she thought the Shadow Knights were tailing her. Because remember you guys had scryed on her.
Yeah.
She ran here for cover because she knew the Shadow Knights wouldn't come to this location. And then the bound pinned her down.
Wait, guys, did she leave?
No, she went invisible. She's in the corner.
Yeah, she bailed.
Well, can't waste my time.
You do have the ability to track. You can stop tracking bound and try and track her.
Yeah. When I guess since I made it back to here with everybody else, Taryn was outside,
Mm-hmm.
right? All right. I look at her and say, "Has Nyla come back yet?"
No, she's not coming back.
She doesn't have her. We don't need her anymore anyways. We got the information we wanted. Came here for information, and now we're getting the thing that we need so we don't have to have what's his name? Fucking Punchy Boy. I forget your name. Tracked down by blue contracts. So we're good.
We still don't know how to get these things into weapons.
Urgus might.
Have you guys tried speaking in Elvish?
I
did,
swear to
and it didn't respond to me.
I will stick my head out the
Actually,
door
no, I
and
don't
be like,
talk to it. I talk to Taryn in Elfish.
I would stick my head out the door like, hey, fuck, in Elvish, will you get in the blade, please?
Okay.
It looks
I
at you.
just yelled at one of them.
Wait.
I know Elvin. That's why I'm asking. It's like, as soon as he says that, I'm like, you're kidding. You're fucking kidding, right?
I wonder, like, this is out of character. I wonder, like, since she said they, I guess, go into take the body of whatever killed them in the forest? So...
Yeah, we're suddenly contending with the idea that Makana might have committed a murder.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking now. Like, did she murder an elf to get their soul inside of
I didn't even think about that.
I want to stop you there and just pose this question. Would it surprise anybody?
No!
No!
It would surprise me if she did it so, like, for that reason, but, like, defending herself or straight up just murdering a dude and then finding out his spirit stuck in his sword? Yeah, no, that's well within Makana range.
What I'm hearing is that if we would have waited to fight the Shadow Knights instead, we could have put a soul in the sword.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we really decided to pick the wrong fight here.
God damn
We
it.
should have partnered up with Millis.
Oh God.
We all could have got cursed swords. Who knew?
Oh.
But yeah, so.
Did it respond when I said it in Elvish? Like, did it decide to move or anything?
No, it looked at you. Same as anything that you guys have said to words and things.
I tried Elvish, didn't work.
Okay. Well, I'm clearing these things out. So keep trying. Alright, so you said it's about 15 minutes, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How does it look like they're doing with the wall?
They are probably about 1/3 done.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go down south, see if there's any more down there.
Okay. Go ahead. How do you want to track them?
Once again, survival.
Okay. Go for it.
What I got.
Remember, if you so choose it, your bird can provide the help action, scouting for you. Go ahead.
It's almost dead. It's almost dead.
Scouting to the south.
But you said the help action, right?
Yes, it is able to track.
Okay, so would that be like rolling in with like have it roll, or do I?
No. So it would be
it gives you advantage.
Yeah, it would give you advantage. It would be basically flying through the forest, kind of like calling back to you or communicating with its empathetic link, I think.
Okay.
Or empathic link.
All right. Let me roll once again then, so that this bird can earn its keep. See if this one's any better. Good job, bird.
18. All right.
One more.
Heading to the south, you are going to find the panther tracks down here, and these are going to be near the south falls of the forest.
Bless me.
And let me. I'm just gonna roll you an event die on these ones. Okay, so tracking down to the south here, you're going to be able to find the panther den that these things came from some rocky outcroppings and where the forest starts to thin at. Specifically, you're not going to see any bodies here. The tracks come from inside of the small rocky cave.
Okay. So I see this. I think now. Turn back.
You leave?
So you're saying the tracks go inside the cave, right?
No, they come from inside the cave.
They come. That's what I meant. They come from inside the cave.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? Guys, if I die, just run.
I mean, we were going to anyways. Trust me.
Exactly. All right. So I'm gonna go and see what I can see inside the cave.
All right. Stepping into this cave, it's not very big. You are going to see. You are going to see that this den. There is this purple smoky essence all over this place, almost rising like steam from the floor. You're going to see several of these dead panther corpses, and almost one kind of emitting this. There are 2 more fresh Shadow Knights here that are dead. And you are also going to notice, because it did garbage on this stealth check, there is a panther prowling in the corner. It has noticed you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ah.
Da, da, da.
You have a round to act before it pounces on you. Because you beat its stealth. Its action was stealthing on you.
On a moment.
It's rolling initiative against you. It leaps into the air. Urkus can roll initiative against it.
Oh, I was trying to look at the check of the spell real quick. Alright, initiative.
It rolled a 15 versus you.
No!
Hey! Panther makes a pounce attack. Moving
That'd be my new pet.
20 feet to hit you. And it is going to roll a 15 plus 4 against your AC. Dealing...
My AC is 19.
Oh, it touches your AC, just barely. Dealing 6 points of piercing damage and 2 points of necrotic damage. Oh, wait. Give me a strength saving throw to not be knocked prone. DC 12.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed. Hey.
At least there's one decent roll.
Okay, it can't use its bonus action to attack you again from knocking you prone. Sad day. This panther has leapt on top of you. Its claws rend into you as you throw it aside, and it lands 5 feet next to you.
Okay, you said how much damage did it do to me again?
It dealt 6 points of piercing damage and 2 points of necrotic damage.
I was just trying to bring up the calculator. Yeah, I had. All right. Okay.
It seems to be guarding this den from you.
Guarding a what?
Guarding the den from you.
Okay. And it is. You said 5 feet from me.
Yes.
This is why I have
Pelry
close
shoot
quarters
it through the head.
This is why I have close quarters shooter. Let's see. I am going to. I don't know. Just pull out the longbow, shoot. But I'm also going to be using spell on it. I roll the longbow, see if it hits first.
Okay. Well, the spell is a bonus action.
I know, but it has to hit.
So if you're casting a spell, you have to cast your spell before the attack. If you're using your arcane arrow, you get to choose to use the arcane arrow after it hits or not.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry,
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I guess that's one missing.
So here's something: the 14 hits, the crit fail does not. On less than 25%, you are going to critically fail. You are going to you're going to pull your bow to attack this thing. The panther is right up in your grill, like you're prepared for this. And as you let loose this arrow, its claw actually goes for your quiver, and it's going to rip off your quiver and knock it 10 feet to the side.
Little.
Oh, hey, the panther gets another attack.
Oh no!
All right, let's go, Mr. Panther.
This is how I die.
You died to a CR 1/4 creature. This panther is going.
If this is how you die, I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry. First of all, you're my best friend. Second of all, this is sad.
The panther is going to roll the exact same attack, dealing 1d6 of piercing damage plus 2. So it's 6 piercing damage and then 2 points of necrotic damage.
So I hit 19 again?
Yes, it touched 19 a second time.
This stupid thing. Okay. I have no more arrows.
You can run and get your arrows. You'd trigger an attack of opportunity from it.
You're SOL here, man.
If only I knew the boss of this entire campaign was a CR-1/4 Panther!
Right? This Panther's about to level up to fucking, level
Do you want to replace Zeldra?
You ask it that, it doesn't understand you.
No. Dude. Okay. At a loss here. You know what?
We're at the loss.
Yeah, I am gonna take disengage. I'll take that hit.
Okay. It swings at you and rolls an 8. It misses.
I grab the
Shoot him!
quiver.
Shoot him!
Yeah, no. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm
If
gonna use
it's-
the.
So if it's
Snaring
not a nat
strike.
1, you literally can't miss.
Another nat one. Another nat one. Another nat one.
Crit.
Oh my
Natural 20.
God.
It's dead. It's gone. See you later.
All right. Your damage is gonna kill this thing. So do you can roll damage? Yeah, it had 13 HP. How do you kill it?
Didn't even need the crit. You did 16
Arrow
naturally.
arrow in the head.
All right.
Damn, you fucked that thing up.
And you are going to pin this panther like to the wall, just like it comes like leaping on you as you go for your quiver, and just bow up straight through the head, and it flies back about 10 feet. The panther's dead.
Oh,
So
never again.
nobody gets to see Urkus as a bound.
He already is a bound.
No, I get the bound spirit. All of you guys wanted it, I didn't, and then I get one in my weapon.
Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna have to give up.
Who wants this bow? All right.
Your lord does.
After breathing heavily, I will go do what I came to do on the glowing panther.
Corpse.
Seems the most vicious. Yeah, glowing panther corpse seems the most vicious.
All right. You are able to lay these spirits to rest. This area still seems heavily corrupted. However, you are going to see you're going to see this spot like where the panther was, kind of like this spirit detach from it, like that purple essence you saw before back at the house. It almost seems like it was coalescing back here. It seems aimless.
Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I should have given you the short sword like I planned.
Hmm. Now I have a dagger.
Dagger works.
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna say. You know what? Why not?
Okay.
I'm gonna take out my dagger,
Eh.
hold it in front of it, and I guess speak in Elvish. Do you want to come?
This is barely even a person. It's more just kind of like a spear of like faint light. It doesn't seem to understand you.
You might need to like stick it in there.
Wiggle it around a little bit.
Where's your dog?
You know, hokey pokey, baby. You put your dagger right in. You take your dagger right out.
I'll try once more in Sylvan. Push the dagger close to it.
Roll me a handle spirit check. No, I'm kidding.
What would that be? Religion?
Yeah. Oh no. First for me.
Urkus is going to notice a just very you're going to notice this faint spectral tether back to the panther corpse on the floor, the large one, and it seems like it's rapidly like dissolving, just like Millis had that spectral tether to Hipelri's body, almost like that.
Oh, all right. I'll sheath the knife and walk away and say I tried.
I tried. Alright, yeah, you're able to get back. That one, it's gonna take you a little bit longer to track the panthers, as you didn't do as well on it.
Yep.
Yeah, getting back, it's been about 25 minutes. You can choose to leave the last two up. Specifically, though, Draelos was affected by a bear and the panther ones that you saw, that you did not see, like any of the essence,
Yeah.
openly be in the open.
Yeah, so when I make it back, I'm going to go to Dralos and say, hey, look, you might be possessed. This is my last holy water. This is up to you now.
You give it to Dralos.
And I give it to Dralos.
Ah!
This is your life now, friend.
Dralos is gonna say, I'm the best
Dralos
at
is
killing
here.
down.
Oh no, he's not. He was. Very brief.
Alright,
already.
yeah, he'll, I guess he'll roll a survival check and say, which way are they? This way? He's gonna...
That's a great sign when which way are they? This way? And he just walks off a random direction.
I am going to give him... That's too late. You already rolled shit. I was going to say I was going to give him the help action.
Dralos, you guys see Dralos head east, and then, say, there's nothing over here, like, after 2 minutes, and head north for probably about, like, 100, maybe 150 paces. Look around and say, nah, they're probably all dead. Good job, Urkis. Getting back after about, like, maybe 7 minutes of searching.
I'm going to... okay, so... They're still going. Zodra's with Effie and Cordis doing the thing. Roman's using his special eyes. I'm going to go to... I guess I'll pop my head in and say, we might want to have Dralos see a priest be exorcised or something.
I mean, you don't need a priest for exercise. You could just, jog.
Why are you a paladin? I say like, you're a paladin, aren't you?
Yeah, Sam. Doesn't he do sit-ups or something? You're talking about exercise here.
Terran is gonna have, watching this entire fiasco go off, is gonna have Tapa turn invisible, fly up and try to track down the bears.
Alright, you guys got 13 minutes before Cordis, Zodra, and Effie are done with the wall. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're at 47. Yeah, 13 minutes. Go ahead and roll the check.
It's his check. I don't think I have stats for an imp on me right now.
Okay, I can roll it. I've got my player's handbook open on the on those creatures right now. An imp has a wisdom of 1, and it is not trained in survival on how to track, so it just rolls it as a regular check.
So 1d20 plus 1?
Yeah, it's not going to be able to track from the air. It would be a perception check, looking for like any like den or thing that these things are hiding in.
Perception?
Yeah, it'd have to track from the ground.
No, it doesn't have perception either. Alright, so 1d20 plus 1. That's a plus 1 to whatever I rolled. 8!
Okay, I'm just reading all of its abilities.
9, 10.
And 8, alright. Yeah, looking around, the imp's gonna do just a little bit better than Dralos, and Tenga? Or Tapa. Tapa's going to communicate back to you. Nothing's around! No bears!
Keep looking, we got a little bit of time, but not much.
Alright,
I almost died to a panther. So...
Almost died to a panther. You had like 70 HP.
I almost died, Brandon.
I took a hit, almost died.
Tapa can roll the check again. That eats 7 minutes of its of the time. And you can try and find it again.
It's just telling me rolling.
Okay, I can roll it for you if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I'm just...
Oh, there it is. 3.
I'm going to just use Can I use Tides of Chaos for him or no?
He's a part of your character. You're familiar. I'll let you adjust his roll.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll that again. I sent that to you for some reason.
Okay.
It's worse.
Yeah. Well, no,
it's better than it was.
It's a 6. Yeah.
It's a 7 plus with a
Friday
plus
night
1.
rolls.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to find these bears.
Sucks, Trailers.
Well, I mean, you got half of Dralos' problem fixed.
Alright, so I'll tell them, alright, if you guys want to track the bears after they finish getting that stuff off the in Roman's bag, we could go. I just want you guys to come with me.
I'm in no shape fight right now, like at all.
Yeah, by the time Toppa gets back and tells you, it couldn't find anything, everybody's going to be done on the wall and like packing up. Effie is going to Effie's gonna say, well, this went a little quicker than I expected. Expected to at least spend a day out here.
We're professionals.
Dralos is possessed by something, and I don't know where they are.
I could probably find it, but I'm going to need some help just in case I get attacked again.
Effie is gonna nod, and she's gonna look to Roman, Cordis, and Zodra, and say, "Look, we're all companions in this. We're all in the same mission. Your opinion has just as much weight as mine."
I'm in no condition to go fight anything.
That
all.
panther would have killed Zodra.
It legit would have. I have 11 HP and one more. Like, I have one room for failed death save. Okay, I'm done.
I can go with you, Urkus, to help, but you're probably still gonna have to take the front line of it because.
Oh, that's fine. As long as that's fine. As long as I have some backup, I'm fine having one or two of you guys help me.
Yeah, I mean, I can
In this
help. Not a big
situation,
deal.
we all go or no one goes.
That's even better. Yeah, if the people that are too injured can stay in the back.
I mean, it'll help too, because we're gonna get it the hell out of here when we're done. So
It's
Yeah.
more about the teleport than it is about anything else.
Yeah.
We must be together, not split when we teleport.
Well, that takes a minute, so we can gather back up. That's not an issue, but
If you
It's probably
wander
still
off
not
and get lost, it is an issue, especially if Millis returns while you're gone.
Yeah, Urkus actually literally can't get lost. That's why I didn't make him navigate anything to come back, and the other checks failed. But Cordis is very right. These forests can be confusing if you don't know the terrain.
Alright, well, I say we do it just for the simple fact he might be a liability.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Who wants to try and track it?
That's a funny
Urkus.
question. It's a funny question.
All right.
I'll help.
I mean, can I help?
Doesn't matter.
Do you need to?
We can
So-
get that crit. That crit's important.
Fuck that crit.
Urkus is going to point down to Dralos and say, "These are tracks. They came from this
You act
direction."
as if you act as if I'm gonna be the type of person that'll be like, no, this is what's going on. Like, no, we're this way.
I also like that he talks. He talked down to me, and it's like we've done this before.
Anyways, though, Urkus
Oh,
is
that's-
going to find bear tracks to the east and wolf tracks to the north. I'm assuming you're gonna go after the bear tracks.
Yeah.
All right.
Or what he killed.
Going to the east, You are going to... this one's going to be a little bit further out. And then they're going to go northeast. And they're actually... Yes.
We have a spy.
Oh, hey, look, it's an Eric.
Hey guys, so sorry it took me so long to get on. It's work drama.
Well, you told me your situation going on with work. Congrats on the new store, though, BT Dubs. But right now the party is cleansing corruption from Dralos. So they love you.
Sponge bath.
Dralos picked up some curse magical effects last session. Anyways, though, the party is going to track these tracks to the northeast, just bordering the river, and you are going to see one of these large bear corpses, corpses. One large bear corpse lying on the river. It's flesh mostly decomposed, going into the river. And that essence is going to be more potent here than before. It's almost seeping down into the river, but you see it. You see like the waters like flowing with its blood and like residue before it almost dissolves, and like the water becomes crystalline clean out about 100 feet past this corpse. It is leaning on. It's lying on some rocks. Caught in the currents of, are not caught in the currents of the river. There are 3 corpses of young elves around this bear.
I am going to go to the bear and hurry up because this looks much worse than the last one.
Okay. The water getting over there is going to be an acrobatics check. If you want to do it hastily. Just to keep your balance on here, I'm going to say this one's going to be about a DC 16.
Okay.
But as you're doing this, Effie is going to look and say, "What's with the dead elves?"
I'll explain later. Right now, I gotta take care of this. This one looks much worse than the last one. And it could be coming back. Oh, acrobatics.
All right.
So, can I use my inspiration?
You can. I have not told you the results of it. Well, I did tell you what the check to beat was, but you can use it on anything you roll. Go ahead.
Re-roll again. All right.
Believe in yourself.
Believe!
Alright! That crit 1. When another creature makes an ability check saving throw, you can use your reaction to spend 2 sorcery points and apply a d4. So you want to change that 9 to...
He rolls a d4 and... Well, I didn't hear what the
Isn't
the
DC
DC 16. It's running water over
okay.
rocks.
I didn't hear 16, sorry.
Yeah, Urkus hops 1, 2, and into the river.
Flip on the moss. So I roll a d4?
You don't have to roll a d4. You can swim your speed in the river. The currents aren't terrible, but it is definitely pushing you downstream. You can swim half your speed up the river. That gets you in place. Swimming back to those rocks. Sorry, man, but it's an athletics check. But you can stay in your place, swimming 15 feet around against the current.
Okay, you said I can swim straight across?
No, you fell into the rivers. The currents are pushing you downstream. You, as a rule in 5th edition, you can swim at half of your walking speed. The currents are so strong that if you swim at half your walking speed, you stay in place. Watching this, I wonder if Effie has anything to help you.
Worst day ever.
Let's see.
Stupid Tralos.
Stupid Tralos and his stupid things. She have fly? She does not have fly. She's got invisibility, shatter, dispel magic. She's got thunder waves. She can try and blast you out of the water.
Can, like, somebody pull him out?
Orders, please.
Yeah, somebody can. She doesn't have rope. You guys are in control of all of your characters. For the first time, you don't have 500 NPCs with you.
I'll cast Spider Climb on Cordis so he can just stick it.
At the center of the river, it's probably about 12 feet deep at this part, just
Good
going down
Lord.
from the rocks.
You can hold your breath.
Fair enough. You cast Spider Climb.
Yeah, so you can stick to areas while climbing or getting across.
Okay, so I'll just walk across the rock.
Okay, you have to leap across the rocks, and you're able to do so as you have a jump speed equal to your strength not your strength modifier, your strength score in 5th edition. Leap, leap, leap! And Urkus is in the river, probably about 10 feet down from you. Do you have rope?
I do have rope.
Oh!
I
was going to say, when did Cordis get items? I thought he had the clothes that someone gave to him, and that was it. Alright!
Yeah, I have rope.
Cordis coming up in the world. You can let the rope dangle down the river. If long as Urkus can hold on to it, Cordis can just pull him out. You can pull him to the corpse. What does Urkus want to do? You guys are both on the rock, overlooking a bear corpse that is probably nearing a huge creature.
I do what I need to do to the bear corpse.
Alright,
With
do you
holy
say
water
any
on
words over it?
Not this time. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. No. I say the same thing. Rest in peace.
Rest in pepperoni.
Alright,
Pieces.
you're going to this time you're gonna see those 3 coalescing essences over this thing, and those tethers just slowly dissolving. Almost looks like they're wisp, just like drifting here. But you can consider the task done. Draylos also has a line going, a stringy line, just kind of zigzagging its way curvily to this corpse too.
Who does?
Draylos. Yeah, and that tether is also dissolving.
Good.
Can I pick up Urkus and cradle him like a child and carry him back across the...
Carry me.
You can.
What a man!
Oh,
I can be your hero, baby. I can take your breath away.
Calm down, Brandon.
Alright.
So what's going on with these elvish corpses? I'm behind.
So, you guys were attacked by things called the Bound. The Bound are magical anomalies that happen because the Alien Forest is always seeping corruption, and nobody knows why. The Brindori Shadow Knights are an order that are devoted to protecting the world from this corruption, and they basically kill all of these creatures that are spawning here and cleanse this corruption so that the rivers, because the Alien rivers flow to the entire continent, so that the rivers don't carry it into other nations.
I kind of remember you bringing them up and saying that they do a good job.
For them doing their job, they passively pick up this corruption throughout their life. If their bodies aren't properly handled and they die in combat, this was revealed to the party. Your characters don't know it. Urkus knows it. Every bound creature is a failed Brindori Shadow Knight that's body wasn't properly disposed of. Their spirits attached to whatever killed them, and then they keep coming back as these creatures.
Dope.
So when Draylos killed 2 of them, 2 attach to him, but they're already attached to something else. So Draylos is like a second link in this chain, and they just got rid of the thing anchoring them here.
Yay!
It's what you get for being the MVP.
Kill stealing and everything.
Brandon told me about that, and that makes me so happy.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what would have happened because it's no longer going to happen. You guys were going to go back to Dockensdale and long rest, and Draelos was going to wake up to 2 doppelgangers of himself trying to kill him.
See, that would have been hot.
See, it would not have just been Olivia. It would be these 2 doppelgangers.
Jesus, you have your own self trying to murder you now.
He just kind of wakes up and it's like, well...
Wait, we should have just kept one of those doppelgangers and then just leave him out for Olivia to find, and then 2 problems solved at once.
Anyways, though, so as you guys cleanse this, Effie is going to look at Urkus pouring the holy water over this thing, and she's gonna say, I don't wholly understand what's going on here.
Shadow Knight's job, apparently. Once again, once we get back and in a safe location, I think I can explain. Or Roman, you hear the things.
I didn't catch what Nyla said.
Oh my goodness. What?
I like the... Wait, you didn't hear everything? This is the most shattering news Urkus has heard.
As you guys are talking, there's going to be a flutter of birds from the trees across the river. Maybe about 2 dozen of them flying into the sky.
I don't like the looks of that. Can we go now?
Keep going.
Effie is going to nod and pulling out the scroll of teleportation circle, and she's going to start flattening the ground to draw the circle. And she's going to say, "Just protect me for a minute." Are we?
That's a long ass time.
It takes a minute to cast teleportation circle. She can't.
I know. She's asking a lot for where we're at.
Let's get this started.
Yeah, I'll notch an arrow. Prepare.
We should go to Doggensdale.
Prep my daggers.
We need to give Lyra the information that we got, and we can't risk getting intercepted in transit.
I mean, I hate to say it, but don't we have to go back to Earlord to give him this shit so you don't get hunted down by blue contracts?
That's in Dockensdale.
Yeah, but that's also...
Oh, is it? I don't know why. I keep thinking Dockensdale is Artersarai, you know? I keep getting these 2 mixed up, and it's fucking with my head, and I don't like it.
Well, it's a...
Yeah, but they're right. We need to go...
Dockensdale's in Ililnagai. It's on the border, so that is...
Well, no, I'm saying Artersarai, fucking... Where the magnate was killed and everything. I keep getting these 2 mixed up, and it's fucking with my head.
I mean, I guess they're right. We need to go, save a couple blue contractors' life from running into me.
Exactly. Alright.
Effie is going to say, I don't have sending for the Risen School, so the only other teleportation circle I know is going to be kind of unpleasant. Sorry.
I've done with that with unpleasant streets all my life. I'm okay.
Unpleasant how?
I'm not going to see Lyra naked, am
I? And she's going to say, it's the Sun Gift Temple.
Thing.
Oh.
Oh, they must hate you.
And she's gonna say, no, they love a diplomatically immune Terai.
Feel escorted by a heretic, so...
They don't know
at least
that.
we can go back to back when we have to punch our way out.
Alright. She draws the teleportation circle, and she's going to activate it, and everybody has 6 seconds to get inside. Johan appears and
I was like, inspects for dwarfs.
Alright, you guys appear in the Cathedral of Anthalar of Dawn's Touch. Anthalar of Dawn Touch. It is on the sun side of the
Sorry.
city, and let's go with some cheerful and happy town music, even though Dockensdale's under siege. All
That's
right.
fine.
Um,
Also, Group C would be here or be here eventually.
yeah,
With
they
Ace
are.
There's
Like
gonna be an
Brandon
angel-
said,
Fuck.
what the city is under siege.
We'll go with red. I've got my line width at tiny. Anthalar is on the sun side of the town. The city is split into two. The south side of the city is sun side, and the north side is shadow side. And you can think of it as the tower, Pramada Watch, in the middle of town. The way the sun passes over the city, half of the city never sees the shadow of the tower, while the other half of the city, the shadow of the tower will rotate over, kind of like a sundial. That said, inside of Anthalar, you are going to be transported into the priest quarters, and there are going to be two order captains here, just kind of talking and maybe discussing something out of a book as you guys come in on this teleportation circle, and they are going to look at you and then look at the risen scribe who's sitting at a desk in this room. And this is almost like a armory of sorts in the back of the temple, or a quartermaster of sorts. And they're going to look at the scribe, and the scribe's going to say, they didn't send a sending. The order captains are each going to take out their great swords and say, "Who are you?"
Sorry, I left my sending at home.
I'm Roman Drake. This is Urkus. This is Effie Freedomfall. That name seems to be the most pertinent.
You guys step aside for Effie in the middle of the group.
Still gonna arrest us.
Yeah, no. The captain is the first captain who asked you your name at like Effie's mention. He's gonna say, Winrona's daughter. All right, I'll get my order and we'll escort you out of the cathedral. You can't be in here.
Thank you. Sorry to pop in unexpected.
Effie rolls her eyes and say, I know the way.
Okay.
Urkus has seen this place before.
What?
Have I?
No, this is a moment that I forgot happened, that I saw in review of a session. You don't remember it because it was such a minor moment, and it was sandwiched between Kaylee trying to steal drugs from somebody. Effie Rycrafted on you and showed you her memories. She shared her memories with you in a tavern back in Ardor Sarai, the Silver Dagger Tavern. You vividly experienced her memories. Effie applied to be a cleric at this temple before they kicked her out and tried to kill her, finding out that, and that was when she found out her soul was stolen.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
This was the place she was kicked out of.
And that was so long ago. Oh wow.
With that said, Effie leads you guys out to the streets of Dockensdale. You are in the sun side of town, and the forges and everything are going in the city. It's a good day. The wall's still standing.
Most
Harbor's
of us
still
are half
harboring.
dead. Most of us are half dead.
Yeah,
Literally in Effie's case.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All
That
right.
was a long day.
Yeah, I could use a beer and a drink. Yeah, just 2 drinks. I'm tired.
Yeah, it is going into the evening. It was the late afternoon when we started. The sun is setting over the ocean.
Can we deliver our package, please?
Which one?
The planks.
Yeah.
I think we should do
Shakes
that.
his bag of holding.
I think, yeah.
No
fine with
doubt
that.
comes from it.
All
Fine with
right.
that.
Yeah.
Things Roman's gonna notice, because I think this is your first time on Sunside. On this side of the city, while the north side is patrolled by Lyra's men and Risen guards, this entire side of the city is patrolled by orders of Sunyeth members. It seems much nicer than Shadowside, where buildings in Shadowside, there are some stone structures, and then smashed between each stone structure, there is a wooden something built upon another wooden something towering into the sky. This area seems, or this part of the city, each structure seems to be like made of marble and specifically placed, almost having like districts of the town. Heading to where was this guy's shop? On Servant Way. Nope, Sword.
Yeah.
Major Sword Way.
You're a major swordboy.
My girlfriend likes Major Swordway.
Marcus, we're gonna have to explain to him why we don't have
Nice things.
Girlfriends?
Sorry, why we don't have a bound in a weapon.
I'm sorry, it's on Shield Way. That's the street. I had to count because it's like a clock here. Anyways, heading from Anthalar to Shield Way, you guys are able to go to Irlor's ceremonial weapons. And Irlor is going to be in his upper chambers when you arrive, and his not slave servant is going to go fetch him. Carter freed his slaves and convinced him to hire regular people. Alright. Irlor comes down into the gala. Inside of his shop are, I think I said there were about 13 statues he had. In here, each one wielding a different weapon. It's crafted, the statues are crafted out of marble, but the weapons seem to be real. And each one of these are posed in a different way, much like the statues in Dila's office. Irlor is going to come downstairs, and he's going to see the lot of you return, and he's going to say, "By the gods be damned. 17,000 gold investment returned to me in a day."
We're professionals, friend.
When you're able to teleport places, it doesn't take as long to walk.
That too.
And Irlor is going to be like rubbing his hands and say, what did you bring me? What did you bring me?
Well, I've got good news. I've got bad news.
Taryn's gonna start fake tearing up.
The
'cause
bad news.
She knows that he likes her.
I'm going to assume Urkus told me about the fact that the spirits are dead Frendori.
I don't think it was discussed.
That was not discussed.
Yeah.
You're going to need to tell me those things.
That'll be later, because I don't want him to go out and murder people in the forest and make more bound.
So the bad news is we weren't able to get you one of those fancy weapons.
We really tried.
We fought just so many of them, of those bound.
It was a lot. Like, I
Nothing
almost
doing.
died. A couple of us almost died on that.
Drelo smiles a little bit.
We had help from an actual Brindori Shadow Knight, and couldn't seem to get it done. However, begins fishing carefully out of his bag of holding. We did get you these, and produces the planks.
So he's gonna look a little disappointed, and then, like, as you start pulling out plank by plank, he's gonna say, "These are ancient. Well, I'm not a collector of magical lore, but I know a certain university that might be interested in purchasing them."
We're really sorry we couldn't get the soul-possessed item. I talked to it for 15 minutes or more, trying to convince it to go into my weapon.
They're stubborn. They really like that for us.
Earlore is gonna shrug and say, "Yeah, it was a long shot anyways."
Oh, but thank you again for allowing us to, or for investing in us like that. Hopefully we can do that again in the future.
Yeah, he's gonna nod and say, as long as you're with Effie and you produce results like these, I'll be happy to finance whatever expedition you go on next.
That sounds lovely.
And he's gonna say, I might need a few weeks to get these sold off and recoup my investment, but of course, once I have the funding, he puts his arms out and says, we're partners.
Terran does not shake his hand because that'll break the illusion.
No, it's not a handshake that he has. It's like a open hug that he's just giving to everybody. He's not hugging anyone, but it's kind of like, his arms are to the side, like if he was hugging you. Or if he was, like, offering a hug. Are you inciting that?
I actually do not have to hug him. I was tempted to be like, oh, I do not know that he's hugging, not going for a hug.
Earlore is, God, he wanted to say something else. What's he gonna say? Oh yeah, I remember. When you say you fought all those bound, he's gonna say, it's strange though, you ran into so many. I hear those things in the northern forest are rare. Might see maybe one a week.
We saw enough to fuel a few weeks.
Well, like I said, we had a Shadow Knight help us. They said the same thing. Also, we ran into the Forest Witch. I don't know if that increases your bound output.
Is that what that was?
And the servant is going to say, Master Earlore, wouldn't that warrant hazard pay? And he's going to elbow her and say, they didn't negotiate hazard pay into their contracts. And he tilts a smile back towards you.
Don't give a damn. I look like shit, probably. I feel like shit. I'm gonna go get a drink.
If there aren't any blue contractors coming after my head, we can ignore hazard pay.
Let's get on to the next time.
He's gonna just take a handkerchief and wipe some sweat off of his head and say, you know what? I think just to soften it for you and prove we're all friends, I'll pay you 100 gold each for just letting this slide by.
You, sir, just bought me my drinks. Thank you.
Fine by me.
Your lord pays everybody 100 gold.
Just tackle one there.
Is that a 6?
Make that a 2.
Make that a fuck all of you.
I'm now at 200.
I'm at 100.
1.
And Draelos is not saying what he has.
Hell no.
Too goddamn much.
Because that number is scary.
No, that number dropped when we were buying things. I tend towards.
That number doesn't include the fact that I have, that's cash on hand. That's not in my bank account.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
That number also happens to have a comma in it.
Yeah, that's not including the 1,500 in my bank account.
I was like, yeah, I don't break 1,000 gold, even including that. But I feel like that should be noted. I don't have. But yeah, pleasure doing business with you.
He nods and says, "Yeah, come back anytime." Well, not too soon. Can't be giving out 17,000 gold a daily. He almost looks a
you
little
could.
stressed at
I'll
it.
laugh.
That
when
sounds
you
like the
do.
most strained laughter. It's like, back of his head.
I'll laugh genuinely at him.
All right. As you guys step out of Irlor's shop, Effie and you can walk straight down Shield Way into Pramada Watch. Effie's going to say to you, "It's really strange, though, that that around that bear there were those dead Brindori Shadow Knights. They're supposed to be the most elite warriors in the world."
They're the bound. They're the spirits. But just dropping that.
What?
I can hear Roman's head turning right now.
No, actually, you're just gonna get a shrug.
Effie's...
First of all, it's within character to just no-sell things like this, but, like, I heard half of that conversation. I saw the dead bodies.
Contact clues.
Yeah, Effie's gonna, like, tilt her head and say, they're the bound?
The spirits we saw are them after they I think they possess or mimic, I believe, the copy, the body or the creature that killed them. Therefore, there were 3 dead bodies around the bear, so there were 3 bears.
Yeah, there
Yes,
were.
There were 3 bears.
She's
I would call them bitches, but those bears were no joke.
She's gonna nod and say, "Huh. That makes less sense to me than." And she's
I
gonna say,
believe
"I understand the reputation the Shadow Knights have as being such powerful fighters, but if
They have to be, because if not, they make more.
And she nods and says, "Why dispatch so many to kill a single creature?"
They looked pretty young, so there is a good chance they were trainees, or it was a trap by Millis.
Effie
It's interesting.
is... Oh, go ahead.
Said it's interesting too. So whatever kills them, they become duplicates of it, right? That's why they were all
Yep.
bears. They were like doppelgangers of the bear,
Essentially, yeah.
and that's what they do. They make doppelgangers out of their shadow.
Sounds like Rycraft. Same kind of thing Nyla did.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Also, does that mean that Tralos almost had copies of him?
Yep.
Ben.
2. Several.
Fun.
It would have been fun.
Effie is gonna shake her head and say, "It doesn't make sense, though. The Brindori Shadow Knights are an ancient order, 1,000 strong. You saw Nyla wasn't even scared of Millis. She barely exerted herself in the fight."
I mean,
If-
it makes a certain amount of sense. You saw how young they looked.
And
Oh.
It's not the tough ones. It's not the tough one becoming bound. So the ones that are still around are badasses.
she nods and says, "But where are they? Why weren't they in the forest hunting what they
That's
hunt?"
a good question.
Like I said, it could have been a trap by Millis, and they were the ones that were around.
Uh,
Or maybe there's no more around at all.
Effie
That'd be
is
scary thought.
gonna shiver and say, "I kinda wish I would've used that scroll to go back to Dila. She'd know more about this."
I mean,
she's
we're
gonna
gonna be
say,
headed back there anyways, aren't we?
yeah, and she nods and she's gonna say, "Nevertheless, our job is to stabilize the Dawn Touch. Alright, let's give this information to Lyra."
Yeah, I'll come with.
Let's
That's
get
the
drunk.
motto watch, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Zojo, we can go get drinks there.
That's what I was gonna say. You can Pramada watch me get a drink.
Pramada watch me pass out.
That right afterwards.
All right. We can handle the Lyra RP. And then if it finishes early, that's probably where we'll stop for the night. Or we might have to stop halfway through it. Yeah, you guys are able to head to. Oh, I just threw my event die on the floor.
What we don't want to cause, or what time is your meeting, Brandon? We don't want to hold you up.
In 30 minutes, I'm fine.
Hey, sure.
Yeah. So hopefully this only takes no longer than 20 minutes. Because this is a event I think would be a good ending for tonight. Anyways, Lyra is going to Lyra, you guys haven't met her yet. You guys are going to go up to the top of Pramada Watch. Lyra is going to be watching the interrogation of the Archblight spy that you guys captured on the boat. You guys are told that she's in this interrogation room, just waiting for her in the hallway. She's going to come out of this room, and you guys can see inside the room. There are 2 lights, just like the one that was casting spells on Admir and Terran. In here, questioning this spy who is chained to a table, and a whole order of Sunyeth officials keeping guard in the room. Lyra steps into the hallway, seeing all of you return, and she has a stern look on her face, and then she's going to smile seeing Effie, and step forward and hug her, and say, "Come, let's go to your quarters and discuss this." So,
God, I think that's the most terrifying part.
What, seeing her smile?
Yes.
It's just a woman smiling. Why is that so scary?
It's a woman that I know has committed 263 murders smiling.
After walking out of a room torturing someone.
Well, she wasn't smiling until she saw Effie.
Exactly. It's like, nothing weird about that.
He's in love.
Anyways, the Supreme Light asked you, so what have you found?
So Daxtrin's ability to partially outmaneuver you is driven potentially by the spies like you've questioned, because of that damn axe. It lets him see into the future. We've been told that an hour a day he spends meditating on, and that's the time to strike.
Figuring out when that is the problem.
It's the only time during the day where he doesn't know what's going on.
She nods and says, this seems like a job for an order. Strike force sent straight to him. Getting to your guys' quarters, there's going to be a scribe waiting out here, and she's going to nod to the scribe. The scribe hands Lyra a ledger that she hands to Effie. You guys all step inside the room, and Lyra is going to go and sit around the table. There is going to be a fresh bowl of they wouldn't have fruit. They wouldn't have been able to farm or keep it going. It would all be seafood right now. There's going to be seafood on the table, and Lyra is going to say, I had a meal cooked for whenever you returned.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's awesome. Thanks.
Really?
After all, I don't want to drink on an empty stomach.
And Lyra is going to say, so this hour to strike, tell me more about it. Roman is gonna notice after reading the ledger, Effie, her mouth goes wide and her eyebrows scrunch down. And then she covers her expression, kind of like hiding her shock a little bit.
I can't just ask what's on the ledger, because then I'll get talked down to.
Ken.
What's on the ledger?
Effie is going to look up and say, before she can speak, Lyra is going to say, Deela's trusted them with this part of the task, but we don't know if they're truly on our side. And Effie is going to say, look, they're in the inner circle now. They get to know. And she's going to turn the ledger around. And it is a series of 3 messages. Looking at it, it appears the Sky Queen has sent a message to Deela, a letter to Deela, and Deela sent a sending to several sendings to Lyra that she had written down. The Millanthalar of Rion has offered services to protect the Earthfire in Lil Nagai's time of struggle. It is a historic moment, the first moment in probably 1,400 years that elves have fought alongside with humans. 5,000 soldiers from Alyan are coming to defend the Earthfire, along with 2,000 from Girion. The Sky Queen has accepted their aid against Deela Winrona's recommendation.
Who's the Meanthalar? Does it just say, like, is that just the title? Does it have a name attached to it?
Genprius Mari.
So
He's scary.
Is that on the thing, or is would I have to ask that?
Well, I mean, it'd probably be on there, but also it would be a title well known. You guys know Genprius Mari is the cultural ambassador. You asked about it before. The scribe in the university told you who he was. He is also the person Lyra has been tracking.
Oh, but it's okay, so that's the gist of it, is just, we're getting boatloads of elvish help.
Yes, to protect the Earthfire. The Earthfire is in Dawn-Touch. Or, it's not in Dawn-Touch. Dawn-Touch borders the Earthfire. The other side of Dawn-Touch is the Earthfire. That's why it's so important to keep the front stable.
Well, so I'll look this over and just be like, well, it's good to know that Earthfire is screwed. Effie is going to say, Deela said Genprius was working with Olivia. He can't be trusted. He's working with Olivia, who's working with that Elena woman, who I believe is working with... Do I know that she was working with Einam and Solom? Was that meta knowledge?
I thought we knew about the 7.
We don't know all the connecting pieces.
Yeah,
But we know about a council that's
it was
evil and bad, and Genprius is on there.
You guys would know, Ayman Solom was rescued by Elena Lidelia. You'd assume he is one of the members of the 7. That's literally why Lyra's in charge. It's because he was captured on criminal charges, and then Elena teleported him out.
I just didn't know if we knew about the Elena part, so I didn't know if I could connect all the dots. He apparently had helped Olivia and Elena Lidelia capture Deela in the first place, and she's the one that took Ivan Solomon out of here.
You're saying a lot of names. I don't know who any of these people are.
Point is that we have the people most likely to take it protecting it.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's a setup.
It is the definition of conspiracy.
And Effie is going to say, damn, it's the same thing that happened in Arter Sarai. They sowed chaos, and then in the chaos, they've just snatched the Earthfire.
Y'all keep saying Earthfire. I'm pretty sure I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what an Earthfire is? You may have been on another plane, but you're not ancient.
Yeah, and she's going to say it's a powerful, divine well of energy. It's what gave the Four Ascended their power to become gods.
Oh. Well, the reason why I say I probably wouldn't know what that is like, yeah, I'm not ancient, but I've been on that other plane for most of, like, my growing up of life, you know? I was there from 11 years old to, like, 28, so it's like, I don't know a lot about the outside world. I know a lot about Calkin. I mean, I know a lot about Calcrest. You want to know about Isildred? I know about Isildred. Outside of that, fucking no.
But if they're coming to help, that means they can't be far off from making a move.
But here's another thing. Is it just Jin Prius that's involved, or is it both Elven nations, or maybe just one of them?
And she's going to say, well, that's where all the Shadow Knights probably are going.
Yeah. Could be.
I wouldn't think it's all of them. That's, in a sense, why you gotta create this kind of chaos.
But maybe all the experienced ones, and the reason why there was only newbies back there.
And she's gonna say, Effie's gonna speak up, or Lyra's gonna speak up and say, Nyla is an anomaly of an elf. Well, not so much. Anybody who leaves Alian, they're an exile, outcast, or fleeing. Any elf that stays in the country, they respect the responsibilities trusted on them. I don't doubt they'd disobey their Milanthalar's commands.
I still think, for the most part, though, that it's a problem that their leader is potentially our enemy. But individually, I would think that they're in on it. That's why you create this kind of chaos. To justify your presence. Nobody expects the thief you invite into your house.
What if he's there to let someone else win? Let someone else take it?
Probably Elena.
Could be. Like, they're there to show, they're fighting to protect it, but someone sneaks past them somehow. That way he can say he was not involved by looking the other way.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that means something's bound to happen. Either
Bound.
Elena sneaks. Either they let Elena in, steals it, or the Archblight. We know that they're working with Olivia. Makes a large attack, so we'll be too distracted in the chaos to even notice.
This is all the more reason that we go in and finish off Daxtrin.
Lyra is going to nod, looking towards Effie, and she's going to say, Mistress Winrona wants you back at the university so she can counsel you in the situation. And she looks to the rest of you and says, and that gives you all the choice. If you want to go strike Daxtrin in the night, I'll send an order with you to do so. Or if you want to head towards this Earthfire and try and investigate what's going on with the Milanthalar, that's where I'm going to have my focus. But your choice is your own in this matter. You've done excellently the tasks we've asked of you. Effie's gonna nod and say, I'll depart immediately. And she's gonna look back at the party and say, "Don't die until I get back."
I don't plan to.
So is the consensus to go towards the Earthfire for the rest of the party?
It is up to you guys. You have the choice of following through on Daxtrin, or there is a chance to meet either Olivia, Jimprius, Elena, or Iman Solom that you know about at the Earthfire.
My vote is to avoid Olivia. Just saying.
Bet it is.
So either we go strike at the heart of the Archblade, or we lay in wait at the Earthfire.
Well, Lyra, how long can you keep holding off Daxtrin and his forces?
She's gonna roll her eyes and say, "Please, Daxtrin's not the problem." And she looks eastward and says, "I just have to count on Eldrick to keep Arter Sarai at bay. If they get through, Arter Sarai is a force to be reckoned with their infantry."
Can you trust Eldrick?
And she's gonna say, this, and she's, oh my god. And when you say that, she's gonna say, "Iman Solomon, I picked him out, specifically for his gods."
As she's saying it, is it like... So what you're telling me is that one of the people we know is sinister, and behind so many of these chaos moments, helped you put somebody else in charge of another chaos point.
She is going to get up and say, "I have to evacuate the countrysides. Everybody needs to be in a walled city on the coast." And Lyra seems a little bit panicked.
Forgive me for speaking out of turn and seeming ignorant for this suggestion, but if Arter already had their Earthfire stolen, this seems to be a crisis on not a country but a global scale. And we know potentially of a way of how they might be striking next. Would it not be prevalent to contact someone or somehow contact Arter Sarai and see if we can get for help guard the Earthfire?
Lyra is going to hysterically laugh in your face, like, just and she's going to say their new magnate is a war-hungry child.
Oh, cool.
There's no negotiating
so you should be
with
able
her.
to... Oh, so a war-hungry child? So in 10 years, she'll be you.
Does he
Tell
say
me
that
y'all
in
two
character?
don't get along?
Oh, that's borderline
Treasonous?
slander.
Whatever. Kill
And-
me.
Yeah, Lyra is gonna like her laugh is gonna quiet down, and she's gonna say, "I've killed men for less." And then she's gonna look to Taryn and say, as much as I would like that, as much as I would like to do so, I doubt she'll listen to reason. Word on the street is she has a word on the street. Lyra wouldn't use that phrasing. She'd say, our intel says that she has one of the people responsible for this border conflict advising her.
Ooh.
And she's going to say the Tolls. They're a massive criminal family on the borders. They kept raiding our caravans and looting our cities. I had to put together these two armies to stop manning tolls personally.
I mean... I don't know. It's always worth a shot. This whole border conflict has caused the Nazaram... them to remove their Nazaram forces. You know, the people we'd probably be using for this anyway.
Sorry if I spoke out of line. It was just a thought, considering they are a country more driven by war and striking. Having a fleet of soldiers more frontline oriented would not be a terrible thing.
Lyra is going to hold up a hand, like nodding, and she says, "You're right. I'll send an emissary, and I'll bet you 70 gold or 70 sea coins that they'll send the emissary's head back in a bag. But nonetheless, it's an option that requires being explored."
Terran's just gonna smile.
Do we know that Tristan is one of the High Councilmen?
No, but we do know Tristan is back in Ardor.
Somewhere in Dawkinsdale, a Sun
Is a
Yeth
knight of the-
advisor is screaming, like, "You can't make peace with those heathens!"
Yeah, fuck her. I should
Also,
have thrown her out a window when I had a chance.
Also in Dawkinsdale, there is somewhere in Dawkinsdale is a knight of the Magnate who is in good terms with the Magnate.
A great emissary that we can send.
He might not be here yet.
Anyways, do you guys want to end there for the night?
I think that's a good spot, especially with it getting so close to your meeting.
Also,
Alright.
if I make any more witty quips, she's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I was just like, is this the moment Lyra draws her sword? Like, you know, she'll take out one person before you guys all kill her. But I feel like
It's going to be me
Well,
because I'm
especially
at
the
11
state we're
HP.
in.
Wait, look, you're my friend. I'm gonna step away.
Hey Brandon, after your meeting, could you mind meeting up with me and getting my character to the right level? I'm at least 2 levels behind.
Okay, yes, I will. Alright, let's do experience for tonight. You guys solved 3 out of the 4 bound issues, so I'll give you guys 300 for each of those. Big storyline moments.
Out of 4.
Yeah,
We didn't do the wolves.
Yeah, the wolves were to the north.
Oh, fuck. I think I have one of those.
No, you passed every one of them.
No, I didn't. I failed one of them. I got a nat 1 on one of those.
I'll have to go look back at the session on which one you failed.
I don't remember which one it was.
Zodra
I
might
got
get
a nat
killed
1 on
tonight
one
by
of those.
Zodra.
Well,
This is gonna be great.
there you go.
Anyways, yeah.
no.
So the bound major storyline moment with finding out Gemprius's involvement with the 7 and where the Shadow Knights have went. I'm gonna put that as a major moment. What else got revealed tonight?
I still don't think you can nat 1, fail.
We actually disseminated to Lyra the stuff we learned about Daxtrin.
Oh
And
yeah.
I cast
I'm gonna,
vicious amounts of doubt on Eldrick Bertolf's credibility.
yeah, I'm gonna give major EXP for completing that quest and then also Iralor's quest. So I'm gonna give you 1,000 for collecting the information on Daxtrin, and then for bringing back 1,000 for bringing back the wall. Oh, bringing back the wall. That's great.
Break the wall down.
Anything else major happened tonight?
I might have convinced Lyra to try to sign a peace treaty with Ardor Sarai.
Yeah, that's a major moment. I'll mark that as one too. All right, so
Like I said, she's now going to evacuate the coast.
yeah, 300 for each of the bound events. That's 900 experience. 1,000, 2,000 for the 2 quests you get completed. That's 2,900. 700 for the Eldrick. For tagging Eldrick as a member of the 7. That is 3,600, and 700 for the emissary brings you guys at 4,300.
You already counted delivering the items. What's his face?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
4,300 experience tonight. Before you guys add that, Urkus did combat experience and killed a monster worth 50 experience. Do you want to keep that for yourself, or do you want to share it with the party?
Even myself. No one helped me.
Damn.
All right. So 4,300 tonight for everybody. 4,350 for Urkus. And then I'm also going to give inspiration to Urkus. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to give inspiration to the entire party for good roleplay tonight. Cordis gets it for fishing Urkus out of the water. Urkus gets it for tracking and just getting rid of the bound bodies. Terran and Roman get it for their political interests. Draelos gets it for being scummy and letting other people do work for him. And
That's Draelos.
Zodra
I'll
gets
take
it
it.
for literally cleaning wax out of his ears as people are discussing like world-shaking moments and being like, "Huh? Who do you guys need me to kill? All right, let's go."
Basically, what?
Just
Earth, fire, Earth, what?
Fucking nerds.
Fucking know-it-alls. Fuck this shit.
all
You
right.
ready, Sword? I'm ready. Okay, let's go.
Good session tonight, and your guys' next session is going to be on the 19th of January. Is everybody able to make that?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright,
If there's an issue, let me know beforehand so we can reschedule. But otherwise, it is scheduled. Enjoy your night. Thank you for playing. Good session.
Fuck good, abandoned.